Great. Good evening and welcome to the April 27th Town of Proctor Select Board meeting. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First order of business is to review and approve the agenda. A motion would be in order.
So move.
Second.
Do you have anything to add? Good.
No.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. A motion will be in order to approve the April 13th Select Board meeting minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Open public comment. No, we don't have anyone here. Michael G., you have anything to add? Ask? Okay. Everyone's had an opportunity to review and sign the bills.
Yes.
On the table were two memos for the change in date of reappraisal notices being sent out, so just wanted to have a chat about that since last meeting there have been some changes, I guess. So, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So the second memo underneath is the one that I had spoken of last time when both the assessor and Tyler Tech had agreed to the dates being the first week of May to sending out our notices, and then the third and fourth week of May to do grievances. And the board agreed with that and confirmed that they would be accepting of that. And then this past week, I received the new information that they want to change the timeline and now send the notices out the 18th of May and hold the grievances in June, the second week of June. And her memo that she sent is an explanation of the changes in doing that, why.
Weren't they aware of the reason for these changes before we approved that first?
I do not know. It doesn't appear to be. It seems that my understanding, and I only am going off of what I was told and shared, is that the original dates were even prior to this. They had concerns about the dates being too early, so then they did the MOU and changed the dates, and they Tyler agreed to it that they could get the notices out that first week of May. And then this was the last one. So I reiterated to her, to Lisa Wright, that the board had approved what they originally requested, the first week of May, letters going out, and the third, fourth week of May, hearing the grievances, and that we would like those dates to stand as they were, because that's what we were asked to approve, and that's what you did approve. And then she said that wasn't going to work, that because of circumstances and trying to tie up loose ends, and the appraisal, she references in here that the reappraisal is not complete, and she basically said that I said that and I was wrong. We were told that here in our office, that one of the members of the staff who did the reappraisal said, yeah, the reappraisal is pretty much all done. So.
Well, the interesting piece is they're not asking us to approve anything. Now they're just telling us.
Yeah. Right, are these dates proposed or are they for sure?
They're pretty much the dates they want. It wasn't like a this or that, it was this.
Okay.
But originally when they wanted to change them, they asked us. Now when they've decided to change them later, they're telling us.
Right.
Yeah.
Which really is not in, I don't know, good standing, I don't think, with the contract and kind of with the agreements that we have had going along this way. I think we've been pretty understanding. We've approved the MOUs, and so it's a little disappointing. My concern is pushing them so late like this is now, I don't know. Summer, people are out of school, kids are out of school, people are starting to, things like that. So, yeah, I'm disappointed in kind of how this process is.
But it sounds like this is the earliest.
Well, they did tell us this was what it was, so,
Yeah, so what's
Well, it can't be any later because we've got to get tax bills out.
Right.
Yeah.
so what happens if
Well, basically,
what's our choice here tonight?
it doesn't appear we have a choice, which is interesting that prior they asked us to approve the MOU. In this memo, they're telling us what it's going to be and basically saying that,
It is what
that we
it is.
weren't paying attention, I guess, is kind of my takeaway. And they're telling us this is what it's going to be. So,
I just question why back and forth, why it was, here's what we agreed on, here's what we can do, and then we can't do that, so now we want this, so.
yeah.
Yeah, it's,
I mean,
Yeah,
the results are what,
disappointing. to say the least.
June 19th?
Yeah.
And tax bills go out July?
Yeah. Yep.
So what if we disagree to this? What if we?
Well, they
Can-
kind of have us by the
Yes.
cachuies, I guess, because,
Right, as long as they follow through with, and
But it's
well,
still,
that there's no other hiccup, I guess, that comes along, but I do think that, it's been a long process that everything seems to get pushed, in my opinion, so, I guess it's really more informational and, a little disappointing, but,
yeah,
mean,
people
if-
aren't gonna have time to really.
yeah, and I do hope also that, did we find out for sure if they're providing us all a book? So as you're getting ready to prepare?
Yeah, I don't
If you
know.
want to grieve, otherwise the amount of work that puts on your office downstairs, if I come in and say I want to grieve and I want to look at these 4 properties,
Right.
Yeah.
then it's them pulling it so I can see what that is. So, I think maybe confirming that at least we're all gonna get a book, so that gives us some point of reference.
Right, not just a letter going to each person.
Yeah, so you can see, does it make any sense for me, I guess, to grieve? Are my comparables going to
Right,
do me any good? Rather than having a line of people sitting down here wanting to pull, 4 or 5 cards at a time.
well, I think I had asked that several meetings back when they were proposed. Are you gonna be ready, or do you need to push it out?
Yeah,
And of course, you don't wanna push it out, but you don't wanna be, you're right,
yeah.
Yeah.
so close,
Well, we're right on the edge now, there is no more pushing.
right?
That's it. So I do think that, yeah, pushing it out this far, it makes it even more important that every parcel is receiving a book.
okay. I'll collect
So, I think. Albert, anything?
Just echo your disappointment in it, in that, we've had these discussions about, doing the comparables. You want to be able to get the list, see what you want to compare to, but then you want to have the time to be able to come down here and request a copy of that so you can see that, yes, I am comparing, equal square footage to equal square footage and,
Yeah.
other things. So there's
There's a lot of
things you
details
want
that
to do
aren't
when you're
gonna-
working on your comparables. And there was a couple of months, we started getting monthly reports. The last 2 months, we haven't
Yeah.
gotten a monthly report from them. So
Right.
I think they were trying to cover up, that's why we didn't get those monthly reports. So I think they saw this coming, and they're just waiting till this time to say that this is the situation we're being confronted with, this is what's got to be done, and you have no choice.
Yeah, and it's hard to know, how much, how much things are gonna change. Maybe they're not gonna change substantially, so you're not gonna have a lot of grievances, but, that's the other piece. You really have no idea. So, and I just think with everything else and, everything going up, people are just anxious to see
Sure.
what that's gonna look
Rightfully
like.
so, you know, too.
And then the date for mailing is the 18th. How long is the post office gonna take to get that to us?
Yeah, well-
3 days or 4 days? You know, so all of a
Yeah, we
sudden,
don't
your
know.
window of opportunity to, you know, to collect
Is-
information is shrunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, what day of the week is the 18th?
eighteenth is a Monday.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So-
wait a minute, no, that's June.
Yeah, the 18th is Monday, May 18th, yeah.
Third, 18th of June is Thursday.
No, 18th of May,
Oh,
18th of
It's a
May.
Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is a Monday.
So actually, yeah, so, yeah, it'd be nice if they could send them out like Friday, Saturday. If you can send it out Monday, I think you can send it out Friday, in my opinion. But, all right, that's where we're at right now. Everybody has a copy of the expenditure report, so you can see the budget to date.
Yeah, I include, just because we haven't been updated much, like recently on anything, so I just wanted to.
Any concerns people had looking through, anything jump out at you that you wanted to discuss, Albert?
I just marked 3 items.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, the first was on page 1, and that's
Okay.
under the legislative and administrative.
Yep,
You know, the miscellaneous, you know, because I just wanted to make sure, you know, that's, you know, for various reasons, that's what it is, a miscellaneous account, you know, and we're over. But that's nothing that we should have taken into account, consideration for the 27 budget, you know, because this was just a
it
one-time
is an
expense.
overboard, you
And
know?
Yeah,
Actually, I don't even have a copy, I don't know why I don't have a copy of my book,
Oh.
my packet, but,
It's that.
this one right here. Miscellaneous. I would have to check to see what that was, but I know like this year, we had like, say, maybe unusual mailings
Yeah,
or
okay,
things
yeah,
that
that's
were,
just wanted to make sure, it wasn't
that
a
we didn't account for
reoccurring.
happening and we had to take care of it, and that was like the only account, because we
Yeah,
felt it
right,
was part of
yeah.
our responsibility, but I can double check.
Yeah, no, I
on
just
that.
wanted to make sure it wasn't a reoccurring
Right,
type
no, no,
expense.
no, I think it was
that we
unusual
should- We
circumstances.
should put in a budget line item somewhere.
Yep.
Okay, you know, that one, and then
Okay.
on the next page,
Yep,
it was, listers, the reappraisal fund, you know, that's, you know, I don't know how much money we have in the reappraisal fund, you know, because we've got 18 other funds, and they're listed in our town report, you know, and I can, you know, because I'm familiar with the fire department ones, we have the PPE replacement fund.
Right.
And we have the building fund, and we have the truck fund, you know, so, and we allocate money to that fund every year in the budget.
Yep.
And then it accrues over the years, and then they, you know, spend it from that separate account,
Right.
that, these funds. And I thought that there would be a reappraisal fund, but I couldn't find any reappraisal fund, so, but that's a fund evidently where we must just,
There is a reappraisal fund where we get money from the state every year to do a reappraisal, and it does accumulate, so it builds up.
so like when we put in a line item, we want $35,000 for the reappraisal
Right.
fund. Does that mean during that fiscal year, we're gonna take $35,000, put it in that pot?
Right, that's my understanding, yeah, that chunk goes in, and so that's how we get to the point where we have to
yeah,
pay
that's,
for a
and that's what
reappraisal.
you do for the fire department too, to put it
Yes,
in.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, you know, I couldn't find, I didn't know how much we had in the reappraisal fund because
Yeah,
I
so
know
the
it's gonna
state
be
gives us
89,000.
so much per parcel. So I think it's like,
And then when I look at this
$6.
line item, it says, you know, unencumbered balance, we've got an unencumbered balance there, $25,000, you know, and, I was trying to see, well, what do we have in that,
What's this now? that you-
on the reappraisal.
yeah.
Oh, still in the reappraisal?
Yeah, 100,
It says
3,200.
35,
Right.
and it's
Uh,
60.
72.
So we've over that, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd have to ask them downstairs how they do that, because lots of times we'll have a fund, a reserve fund or something, and it shows it's over, but it's because they have another account that they they put the money into and
Yeah.
take it out, so this money would come out of that account, so it
Well,
would be a
yeah, usually, like,
$29,000 deficit.
She says, like, she doesn't move money into the sinking funds until the end of the.
Yes.
Fiscal year.
And she doesn't take it out until then.
So it could
Okay.
have a
So you
variance.
only do it one time, so it doesn't look like you have multiple.
Yeah.
But I know, like, even like with the fire department, like, say you're putting $30,000 in equipment replacement. That money gets moved like June 30th.
Yes.
For the upcoming
Yep.
year or something like that,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And then the only thing is, when I looked at the town report.
Yeah.
And I looked at the auditor's report, you know, they list all of our funds, and in neither one of those could I see a, you know, fund that was, you know, for appraisal.
Okay.
Okay,
You know, so that,
Yep.
and then if I opened up that account and saw $100,000 in there, I say, oh, I know we've got the $89,000 covered, but.
Okay.
And then when I saw this unencumbered, you know, of minus
Yeah.
25, it just was a red flag, not
Okay,
that.
no, I'll get
Not that it's an
clarification for
issue,
you.
but,
Okay, and what else?
and then there was just one other one. Skating rink, and then this is
What
probably.
page are we on? How far?
7 or 9. 9
there's
of 11, page
7,300, I
9.
think.
You know, West Mountain Forest,
Wait,
you
wait, wait.
know, we,
Well, wait, are you in skating rink or West Mountain Forest?
well, I guess it's parks, it's parks.
Okay,
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I was just looking at the break in between
Yeah.
the columns, but it's parks.
yeah,
And the second one down, West Mountain Forest.
Yeah.
And I assume that's probably for the rail trail, you know, but we had an expense of,
that's for the rail trail?
well, I don't know, it was an expense of $2,640. I
Why would
didn't
that
know
come
what
out
that
of the
expense was
forest
for.
money?
2,640?
Yeah.
I would think that would be something for the logging.
It says West Mountain Forest.
Yeah, why would we
You know,
pay
nothing
them?
was budgeted, outstanding, nothing, and then just expenditures was $2,640.
I'm guessing that's something with the forester and logger.
I don't know. I'll double check with her tomorrow.
I mean, why would we
to
pay, if that's the rail trail, then that's way in the
Yeah, I
wrong
was just
place.
thinking,
that's-
just trying to guess what it could be.
Right,
But
right.
I don't, yeah,
All right, so if you could just,
because it was under parks, you know, and I was thinking,
Right,
well,
yep. Okay.
yeah, she can just tell you, do the drop down, what those are for, then we can just, you could just send that out.
Right. Okay.
To everybody.
that's all I have, and it was nice to see this report.
Yes, I think it's gonna be handy to have the, as we move down the road.
Okay. All right, also in your packet, there's a lot of just more informational items, I guess, today are the auction lists, and if you looked in, it would be in Judy's report, but they've been sent out already. And maybe go to auction this week, right?
Yep, they haven't given, as of Friday, they hadn't given them a date yet when it was gonna actually be posted, so.
All right, so, and that money will just go back in the equipment fund, right? Is that
Yeah.
what we did before?
Yeah.
And then the other informational handout, I guess so to speak, is for delinquent taxes. And you see the responses there about some of them. You see that there are at least 4 that will be going up for tax sale, which is nice to see. Or maybe, 5, I guess, right?
5, yes.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, and none of them are spectacular, so I hope somebody comes and bids on them and can see the beauty in them.
The possibilities.
Yes, yes. So, yeah.
It's a process collecting, delinquent taxes, but I can see, I think the system is working because ultimately you don't want to get to a tax sale, but 5 of these that are listed are going, to the ultimate, so.
Well, and a couple of them I think will be cleaned up, the cell tower. I think
Right.
that's just a little hiccup right now, so
Yeah,
that's
those
gonna.
two, right, those two are gonna get cleaned
Yeah.
up because they're assessor issues, and same
Yeah.
thing, 3 of these listed are up to date on their payments, so,
Right.
Yeah.
the process is working, and.
Yeah, and then I guess the West Street one, I mean, the 9,000 outstanding, is that then assessed towards that? Is that a lien on that
That's a
property?
lien on it, but you can't use that lien as a
Way to sell
means
it?
of tax selling.
And do we think we should start with sending a letter again? Because I noticed this weekend, now there's a new vehicle over there. So, I mean, I know it's monotonous, but we also should have that letter, right? That we can just update it and
Right.
start the cycle again. I mean, granted, over there, I mean, which is kind of amazing to me, none of the neighbors have filed or contacted anyone to file a complaint, but, it can't just become a secondary dump and.
No, we've had complaints about,
Oh.
yeah. They've,
So-
yeah. Yes, and so it's frustrating, you do all you can, and if the place is in horrible shape, they keep adding to the pile, basically,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
state won't do anything about it, so it's up to
Yeah,
us, and,
dumped it
we
all.
cleaned it up for $20,000, we'll never see that $20,000 unless we,
No.
But it's frustrating for us as a board to say, well, we've done what we can do and there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
That one, and
Oh,
then
right.
too, I look at this one on 61 Main Street. That one, the ledge, that was found, and evidently that's been resolved, or I
Right.
don't know.
the 61 Main,
The ledge
Yeah,
with
The
the.
ledge.
With the ledge.
I don't know, Judy.
nothing's been done with the ledge.
Yeah, and,
But they don't respond,
yeah.
so
that's-
like,
that's-
I got a quote to fix it, to basically putting in like burrowing into it, and kind
Yeah.
of securing it.
Yeah.
And basically building a wall around it to retain it all, $150,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, but I just think of these things that we would like to see done, like that cleaned up, we'd like to see that fixed.
Yeah,
We'd like
I
to
know.
see the deck on the Iron Bridge, and,
well, but there are ordinances, so I think we need to send the letter, and if they don't respond, then, it has to be assessed, whatever that is, $60 a day, or whatever that, so that starts to build up on there too. So that starts with sending the notice. Otherwise, I mean, why do we have ordinances? It's just a waste of
That's right,
time.
yes.
And so you can't drive by that and say, oh gosh, I don't see, junk ordinance, health and safety issues. I mean, that could be like the picture for all those things. So I think we need to send the notice, and then, whatever we have to do to keep tacking on whatever that number is, and.
Ultimately, it's gonna come down to having to have a tax sale on all these properties.
Yeah.
Because I could send letters out every day, I can find them every day, they're not gonna be paid, they're not gonna be paid attention to. And I'm not saying I won't do it, but it's a lot of work.
Right.
And for nothing, because people just do what they want. And until we rack up enough fines, and again, just like the asbestos being removed, we're told it can't be a lien for a tax sale purpose.
But they didn't say that when we did it.
Right. Well, the lawyer, I don't know,
Well,
but they said you could put a lien on it. but then-
Yeah, but the problem with that property is, it doesn't have water and it doesn't have sewer. So the only way to rack anything up is through the ordinance.
Right.
And so
Or the property
unfortunately,
taxes, it could be tax sale.
yeah, but I don't think they've been,
I
are
think it
they,
was 1,000, isn't it?
are they on there?
1,000?
I didn't think they were on the list.
Yeah, 1178,
Oh. So,
it could be.
yeah, Well, I think that we need to, I would send a letter, at least, I mean, we do that with the water and wastewater people, which I think sometimes is monotonous as well, because they know damn good and well in November, when they stop paying, that in April, you're delinquent. You know, if they can't math that far, then there's a problem. But still, we have to send a letter. So I think we should still send the notice, and don't send me emails about that, because, listen, you need to pay your bills. And just start that process, so we can say that we did our due diligence. And then I think that where it says tax sale, these things need to be tax saled. It's gone on long enough. Some of these people haven't paid taxes since they bought the property. There's no excuse for that. And I think if it was me, my property probably would have been tax saled long ago. So I don't know why we're hand-holding people that are adding nothing. Half these properties are vacant or had a fire and are nothing but a menace to the residential area in which they reside. And I think anybody that lives next to them would say that. So, and I don't care. Maybe it comes off harsh, but you know what? You're adults that own property. Pay your bills.
Right.
So that's my feeling.
I agree.
I do too, but originally we weren't the ones to reinforce that either.
No, but it's gotten to the point now that, I mean, like, the one on the bottom, they've never paid, or paid,
I know.
Never pay taxes.
you know, and
They
if,
should have been approached quite a while.
yeah. So
I'm agreeing with you.
yeah, it's time to put them up, and hopefully that someone comes in and purchases them and, you know, can rehab the properties, or maybe somebody, a neighbor purchases it, and you just have another lot, whatever it is. It cannot be worse than the properties currently are. I mean, living next to a property that has had a fire, that windows are boarded up in, I mean, is awful. I don't think people should have to live next to things like that, so.
Well, and it's hard because under certain circumstances, you know, like they're not there, they abandon it, they don't pay water, sewer, taxes. But you shut the water off, you're hurting the only businesses we have in this town. And I don't want to do that either, you know, in respect to the last two. You know? I mean,
Oh, no, I understand that, 'cause
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that is,
They're,
it's a
that's their
catch-22.
that's their
Yeah,
livelihood.
yeah, I understand,
And
I
they're
get what you're
bringing
saying.
something into town, so.
But still,
But
you,
the taxes, you definitely can.
yeah, you have to tax it, and I get that. And that's the problem, when people have property like that and rent it out to businesses, that, yeah, I don't wanna do something that particularly businesses that support other entities in
Right,
town as
right.
well, so.
Yeah.
Albert?
I was just gonna say, I think in the state statute, when it comes to water and sewer, if you are a tenant and the property owner does not pay the water and sewer, I think the state allows the tenant to deduct some of the rent to pay the water and sewer.
I don't know, that's beyond our,
Well, no, but I'm just thinking that, you know.
Yeah,
the
that's
tenants
their
do have,
thing.
I think, some recourse.
They allow the tenant to put the water and sewer in their name so they can pay the water and sewer. But I've never heard the part about taking it from their rent.
Yeah,
but the
well,
problem is
that's-
with business property, you'd have to have every tenant do that, and then you're, you know, so. And the other issue is with that business, they're not even paying what I'm paying in a residential
I know.
for water
Then
and
you,
sewer.
but then you also can't tax sale those properties because the water sewer is being paid. So you have no recourse. So they have a place that they don't care about, they abandon it, tenants are paying it, they walk away, don't care. I can't do anything about it because it's being paid.
So I think
So
it's,
you shy away from having the residents pay the water and sewer.
yeah.
I don't know about the pay from your rent. I've never heard that piece of it, so I'd have to look into
Yeah,
that.
that's a section in there on the state statutes for, you know, the bills, if you want to see.
Yeah,
may
well,
pull it
I don't
up,
think we-
refresh my memory.
We
but I
need to
think-
get involved in that, that's a tenant issue, so.
Yeah.
I think we just need to tax sell the property.
Did we hear anything back from Pockets?
No, I don't believe so. The last I talked, they said he never came in.
Okay.
No response, yeah.
So hopefully by the second meeting of May, maybe we'll have some progress on what it looks like when they're going out for tax sale.
Did you say second meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it takes a couple minutes.
So that's a Tuesday,
Yeah,
26th of May.
yeah, after Memorial. What, are you gonna be away?
No, I just want to confirm.
Oh. I just think, I'm just saying tax sale update, like, we should be able to know, like, yes, we're working on it, yes, the lawyer's been in, yes, we're gonna publish, the 15th of June or something like that. Those are questions I think that should be answered. Okay. Motion will be in order to move into the Board of Water Commissioners at 6:33.
So move.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. So you have the shut-off list in your packet of who was shut off, people that came in and paid, what's happening there. And then you also have a handout that shows everyone that is over, that is current, no, everybody that, I think, some people are just current. So it's either current, over 30, over 60, over 90, or over 120.
And what everybody owes is the total, so that's the current right now. Anything in the total column is due now, is overdue, is past due, is due, because that's all of last year's.
Well, you could, wait, was sewer due this month, right?
April.
April. So people could have sewer due for this year as their last payment,
Yeah.
so.
So like if you have, say, 276, you're really not past due, because you probably just didn't pay your sewer yet.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And there's
But the
some,
ones that are like, 1,140,
Yeah.
that's like the year, that's all 4 payments.
yeah,
I just wanted to show you that it's not just, it's the common list of the repeat, agreements and then going out there, but it's also all these other ones, and for whatever reason, I just find it very odd that this year, there's so many people that haven't paid a bill this year.
yeah,
I just think it's almost like, is this real? Is this like a glitch? Is there something? I don't know,
yeah. I think anybody over $1,000 should get a letter.
Surprising some of the people on this list.
Because July 1, you're gonna get new bills. If you aren't gonna pay it between now and July 1, then you're gonna be going into 3 years being delinquent.
right.
That's some awful large number.
Albert?
Can I just ask a question on the short list?
Yeah.
The first one we had?
Yep.
Like on that first one?
Yeah.
It says shut off 420.
Yeah.
And then paid 2,800 on 423.
Right.
Does that mean that water's been turned back on there? Or
Yes.
is that?
Yes.
Okay.
If they pay, it's turned on.
Okay, it was turned back on.
Yeah.
And then like the second one up from the bottom, shut off 420.
Yeah.
Paid on 420, 1,500. That
Yeah.
one's been turned back on.
Yep.
And then, the second one paid, 1,500, 420, so I assume that one's back on, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that one, pretty much all these had agreements, and they broke them. Most of them didn't pay since, like the fall. And, by policy, it's, you gotta pay in full. A lot of people don't have in
Yeah.
full. And I said you'd have to at least come up with half, or at least all the payments you've missed from the last one up till now, and make all those payments now. And so that's what those have done.
And then they're gonna do another list and shut them off starting,
Yeah, I have another list that's probably, I think, 12 people. I gotta check tomorrow to make sure payments didn't, I can't do anything with that because I wanna make sure on April 30th that people haven't come in.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's what, Wednesday?
Yeah, no,
Thursday.
yeah.
So next Monday you would start the shut-offs.
But there's some that, I mean, if they're way back, if it's past
Yeah.
due and then they're not just missing April's payment, then they can be shut off because they have
Yeah.
agreement.
But I mean, you're not gonna start shutting off before Monday because
Some I will.
you'll start on Thursday, because you can't shut off on Friday, can you?
No, they could start shutting off tomorrow because
Oh, some of them,
some are like, say, didn't pay.
Okay.
They're October, November.
gotcha. So
March.
so you'll start with the next 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
a list in there already.
And then the next printout will be these with the 12 in their own little box?
addition, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's easier to follow along.
Yeah, and what I did is I put week of the
Yeah,
27th.
no, I like
Yeah.
that, but then the next box is 12 and
Yep.
as we go through, okay. Yeah. Okay, any questions? All right, a motion will be in order to move into the Board of Sewer Commissioners.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Right, any update from the state, any,
I do, I was gonna include it in my manager's report, but I will talk about it now. So just today, I got, an update that they're going out to bid this week for the wastewater treatment project. Bid advertisement will be Wednesday, April 29th. Pre-bid meeting will be Wednesday, May 13th, 10 a.m. at the clerk's office here. And the bid opening will be Wednesday, May 27th at 1 p.m. And that's remote.
so say the dates again, because I don't see that in the manager's report.
No, I don't have it in the manager's.
Okay.
I was gonna include it when I did the
Oh,
manager's.
okay.
report. I just
So,
got this here.
going
You can have this.
Oh,
I
okay.
just got that email.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Okay. Anything else?
No, I just kind of wanna make certain that they hopefully can start up getting things ready in June, so.
All right. A motion will be in order, oh, sorry, Albert.
I was just gonna ask one
Yep.
question, Lisa, in that, remember when the liner was torn, we were going to try and run just on one lagoon, and then, we ended up running on 2 lagoons. When we go to the final project of replacing the liners, is everything gonna run on one lagoon when the other lagoon is, having the liner replaced?
Yeah, I would think they'd have to.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
what other option do we have?
We don't have any other options, but I remember when, here just last fall, when we had to fill that second lagoon.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because of bacteria count or what the reason was that we ended up having to, because the original plan was just gonna leave it.
Yeah,
Right.
And then something came up such that we had to
It's
fill it.
the water, I think it rained so much that it was filling and we had to go to the second lagoon to balance them out because one was
Okay.
from too high.
Yeah.
Yep, and they have repaired the tear that was in there. They repaired that for us. So,
Oh, they did?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
all right, motion will be in order to leave the Board of Sewer Commissioners and re-enter the Board of the Select Board.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. So the sheriff's report, everybody has that in their packet. Any questions about the sheriff's report? Concerns? Sheriff seems to be out a lot more. At least I see him at the
I see 'em
library.
a lot. I made the print bigger so you guys could see it easier.
State
That's good for the
troopers
old
are
people
in
here.
town a lot.
Thank
Huh?
you.
The state police?
Yeah.
They seem to be in town
They
a
are,
lot.
yeah,
And we've got one staying at Martell's.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're across my street a lot.
Yeah, it's nice when that cruiser's parked right there. I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
I
I
live
think it's
there.
occupied.
You live there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're renting from the apartment.
Right, but I'm seeing parked.
That's
Oh,
another,
yes.
that's another one.
Yes, yeah.
He lives here too,
Oh, he does?
but not, yeah. He lives
There's
in-
one that lives on West Street, isn't there?
Oh, this one's on Williams, I think.
Oh,
Williams, there you go.
Yeah, 2 of them were over there the other day.
Yeah, see, he gave a few warnings out for speeding.
Yeah, they catch quite a few speeders.
Yeah, they were on Route 3 today setting. They seem to be setting there a lot too, so. It's warm. You want to go fast.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. All right, managers report.
All right, so I kind of already spoke some of these things. Public Works met with the auctioneers, sent a number of items, you saw that.
Yeah.
Kyle, keep us updated on how that goes and what we get for the items that we're putting up for auction. Reached out to contractors for crack sealing, only one offered to take a look and get back to me with a cost. And as of 4/24, I haven't got any word back about looking at. I mean, I talked to the guys about it too, and there's a lot. I mean, we could crack seal every single road in this town probably, so.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been done on the Beaver Pond Road. I drove up through,
Yeah,
not on the
years
flat,
ago.
but if you get up right above where the fire was recently, like the hill going up towards the pond, it looks like that stretch of road had that sealant.
Really?
No.
That had to be years ago, because they haven't done
Yeah,
it
years ago.
for quite a while.
But yeah, we used to do it regularly. You used to budget for crack sealing and paving,
It was
so.
still there, looked in pretty
Yeah.
good shape.
But if only one, there's only one business around, I guess that's why.
Well, yeah, even, I mean, some of the people we use for paving don't do it, or they just, it's, I don't know. It's almost like that, yeah, we do it, but we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you're right, Judy, and you're saying every street could probably have some, but the thing is, like Main Street where they just paved that,
Right.
3 years ago, there's a pretty good crack up
Right.
through there.
Yeah.
You know, I was coming home on Florence, or not the Florence Road, Gorham Bridge Road.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Arthur still lived there, but you can
Oh.
see, that was just done 2 years ago, you know, the crack opened up.
Yeah.
You know, it's those roads that if you can get, 5 additional years,
Yeah.
of life,
Right.
before you start having real serious issues. That would be nice if the crack sealing could take care of those.
Right, yeah, I mean, I drove around and looked at a lot of them, and it's hard, like you said, when there's a seam and it looks like it's gonna start getting bigger, the gap, then you think, oh, we should do it, but then there's a road that's, like, you look at it and go, that's fine. You look at a road that's 10 times worse, where the crack
Yes.
is much bigger, and you think, oh, that's the one that should be sealed, because we can't pave that road for a very long time,
Yeah.
so. But there's some roads in town that are in pretty rough shape.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish we could pave a lot more than we,
Well, there's some sidewalks that we've got to do something
Yeah.
to, too.
yeah, we have those
Like-
on our radar.
Particularly along the side of, like, the library going down East Street there.
Yeah.
And then over West Street, they're kind of like just right across from where the stop sign is. I mean, it's like just crumbling into the street
Yeah.
to the point of
Yeah.
dangerous.
Area, School Street to Franklin's, a lot of kids walk on North Street, that one
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there. That one's in rough shape too.
Yeah, and those are all just asphalt, and I know, like, we all think that looks like crud, and I'm in agreement, but even the concrete sidewalks we did, you see how many of them are already heaved?
I know.
It's a lot of money, and they're heaved,
Yeah, we're looking at, the one place we're looking is Olympus, the sidewalk there. The road's in really rough shape in one spot, and we can't fix the road till we do the sidewalk, so we gotta do the sidewalk, and then we can do the road. But that's really bad.
Yeah.
so where is that, like alongside the school,
Kind of
Olympus?
towards Vinnie Gaddy's house,
Oh,
yeah, from
I
like
didn't even
Warner,
realize there was a
Warner down
sidewalk
to the
up
top
there.
of the skating rink.
oh.
Yeah, there's one stretch at this corner, it's all, yeah, it's pretty bad.
And in front of the old hospital, that.
Oh, yeah, that sidewalk's
I feel
horrible.
sorry for the people in the skid steer, snow
Yeah, they
going
have a
out.
hard time with some of these
That's tough.
sidewalks.
They're heaved,
Especially the
inches.
marble ones, because they're the lips on them, you got
Yeah.
a 6-inch gap,
Yes.
and all of a sudden you hit that, and then it's like,
Yeah.
In front of Bobby Protovansky's too. And it's ironic, I don't know if it's because there's a manhole in that sidewalk, but I mean that whole, and it's only, the really bad part is only in front of their place. It's just, I mean, completely heaved and cracked and torn apart.
really?
Yeah,
Maybe there was water at one point.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, we're not doing those all in concrete up there, obviously, are we? I mean,
I don't know, we haven't even talked about what we would do as far as material. I would just wait till we figure out what streets we need and get some funding and then talk to contractors
Yeah.
about the best,
Yeah.
you know, what we can get for the money plus what's gonna be, last longer than, you know.
well, I just think realistically in some places, I mean, some places you just don't have sidewalks.
Right,
Right.
You just, I mean, we don't have 40 cars,
Right.
you know, like, so we don't have sidewalks in our neighborhood.
right.
So I'm just like, I didn't even realize there were sidewalks up there, like along
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I just think like, you have to think realistically, does it make sense just to make the road a little wider or to give the definition of a
Right.
sidewalk?
right. Yeah, I don't know,
So,
I think it would go street by street, I mean.
well, I
obviously-
think when you're talking about like East Street, West Street, streets like that, I'd prefer people, South Street were
On the
on
main
sidewalks, yeah. But I think when you're talking about more residential areas like that, I mean, I do think that there is some room for breadth of conversation, whether it has to be a sidewalk or
Right,
it can just, I mean,
just widen the road and get rid of the sidewalk.
yeah, well, everybody seemed fine just drawing a line down Park Street in front of the school, so it's amazing that, you know, like a street up there would need a sidewalk, in my opinion. I would have a hard time balancing that, but that's just me.
No, that makes sense, a lot of
Yeah,
sense. Yeah.
All right. I'm meeting with Herb Johnson tomorrow. I wrote this in here, but since then, he contacted me, so we're meeting up at the bridge tomorrow to talk about repairing the marble bridge and seeing what needs to be done. He probably won't do the work, but he can recommend somebody, but he said
That's
he'll
great.
take a look.
Great.
And I saw the guys cleaning the gravel off of it today, so
Yeah.
that was nice to see too.
Let's see, okay, I already talked about wastewater. I sent an ad for lifeguards, pool director to Rutland Rec, reaching out to local schools, gyms to post an ad. Still nothing. I mean, I've reached out to people I talked to who have other programs, trying to,
Well, a bunch of kids from Rutland I know just got certified.
okay,
And so, I did say to the person that, like, once they get their times and dates at White's, if they would contact us. I wish we had known that they were certifying kids too, so, you know, it would have been easier to push kids
in
there.
Rutland, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
just got certified.
we can get them certified in Castleton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I said, you know, I guess they, you know, you don't, some of them haven't gotten as many hours as they wanted.
Right.
So I said if they set their hours there and then contacted
here.
us,
Okay.
it might be, you know,
Yeah.
you might be able to get some more hours. So hopefully some of them will contact.
That'd be great.
All right, I hung the town flag out in front of the town office.
Yeah.
Looked nice today because it was blowing when we put it up. Talked about the sweeping, that they had gone through once, and once it rained a little, they like to do it once it's been a little damp out there, just to pick up the gravel better than blowing it around. They spent a lot of time last week spreading barley down at the wastewater treatment plant, because there was a lot of algae forming in the lagoons. And then I hope to go out to bids for paving, the end of this week, early next week. And then next Saturday, which is this Saturday, is dump day, 5K run and green up day.
Any candidates, any luck with candidates for, there was a position, open position yet to fill?
For,
Downstairs.
oh, for the clerk?
No, on
PW, Public
the,
Works.
Public Works.
No, we haven't advertised for it.
Oh, there's still an open position, all right?
Yeah, we just haven't decided what we're gonna do yet, if we're filling it right off or waiting.
Okay,
We've had a couple people interested,
yep, okay.
so, yeah, so Kyle and I are trying to get together to have one of them come in and talk to him. It would be nice if we could get somebody with a CDL, but,
So we don't have to invest that.
So dump day, I'm gonna be there 10 a.m. Saturday.
Okay.
For ticket.
How many,
I'm gonna be
how many
around.
tickets have gone out, do
I
we
don't
know?
think that many.
No, I've gotta pick up our ticket.
I'm gonna be around that day too, so I'll probably swing down there at some point. And
I don't know if
guys
it's gonna
will
be
there.
pouring rain again, I didn't see what the weather was.
The weather, cause Friday we have green up day with the school and when I looked over the weekend, it said like 80%. I was like, great, we are not raking if it's raining. And now it's down to like 24%. So I think it's gonna maybe just drizzle.
Hopefully it'd be nice.
It's a good day a good week to spread grass seed on your lawn.
Yeah,
We ordered 3 roll-offs, so
okay.
All right. And we posted the thing that everybody wants to bring their appliances. That we don't take appliances, but people should take, and not do a promo for another business, but Rutland, you can take your appliances, and I don't even think they charge you unless it's
Right.
a refrigerator, and that's because of Freon or a
right.
freezer,
They
but,
used to a long time ago here, but we have a list down there of what we won't take.
yeah, I posted what it was
Yeah.
that we do.
And hazardous waste will be there, I think, 11 to 1.
Yeah, that's what it said. And then people can bring their
Brush and stuff.
brush, yeah. So that's a good thing to bring your brush, so you won't be asking for
That's
a fire permit. Because we're in a high.
It's gonna be busy with Green Up and the 5K and stuff, so they'll be down here, and we have a sheriff, I have a sheriff coming just to kinda,
I don't know, like how, we don't really have any organization for Green Up Day, so I don't know how a lot of people came and got, I sent people, I didn't even take bags this year, I just sent people down here.
no, I think
To
we still
get 'em.
have 3 rolls, so we probably have 30 bags
Yeah.
downstairs.
So the 5K starts at what time?
I think they're starting at 8.
Yeah,
8 AM and it's right through the town here?
Yeah.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
they
it's
do
like
like
an
a
all-day
little,
thing.
they do like a little dash here with little
The
kids.
little one,
Yeah,
Right, okay.
yeah.
Why are you thinking of running?
Yeah, you wanna run?
No, I'll be busy with tickets.
Yeah, also now I'll volunteer at the dump.
It's nice to see all kinds of stuff going on, so that's a good thing.
I think that's it.
All right, anything for old or new business?
I was just gonna bring up one thing in that, intersection of Larson and Park Street. There's that manhole just in the triangle, you know, and when they plowed, you know, it got bumped, the casing, that the manhole cover fits on a casing and it got bumped, and you know, they put it back on, you know, but the only thing is now when you go by it, you'll see a hole. I don't know if Kyle knows, but underneath the casing, there's a hole and you can look right down into the, you know, chimney and see the bottom of the.
All right, and that's Larson and Park?
Yeah,
It's right on the corner.
they got the, you know, they got the cone right on it.
Ada's, they put a cone on top of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the hole has opened up such that you can, you know, look
Oh,
right
when they're there,
down.
they can fix the dirt too that they plowed out.
We're just gonna plant flowers in there.
It looks awful. There's like big chunks of it. And it's not even my property, so. I repaired the other town property, so, okay. And should we say Memorial Day is going to be on Sunday. The Memorial Day Parade is going to be on Sunday.
At 11.
At 11, which is the 24th.
Or 5th. 4th.
24th.
Yeah, because the 25th is Monday.
So May 24th at 11 is the parade. And then we're gonna do, stuff in the park.
Are we doing hot dogs?
Yeah.
And
So,
that's it.
yeah. So it's nice to have people watching as it is to have people participating. So, decorate your bikes. Or your wagon.
We could do a wagon with all the select board members in it.
Have a wagon.
They
Pull
used
your-
to ride in it.
Have a little wagon, pull your dog.
They used to do
The
this.
select board used to ride in the parade.
I don't know, or they used to ride in town trucks, I think.
Yeah,
had a
rode the
convertible
town truck,
sometimes,
but
yeah.
way back.
Yeah.
The town,
Yeah.
in the fire trucks?
Yeah, oh, no, they used to ride in like the town trucks, like the big,
Not the
plow
plow
truck.
truck.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
plow trucks.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, they used to ride in those.
They used to throw out candy and
Yeah.
So, I like to walk, I'm walking with the bikers. It's like herding cats to get them all the way over here to the park. So, all right, anything else? All right, Michael G., anything to add before we adjourn? Motion would be in order to adjourn at 6:57.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor? Motion passes unanimously. We are adjourned. Thank you.